Morning, y'all. We got a game review today, and this is a good one. This is one of my favorite games of the year so far, and I absolutely love this game. I'm surprised I did not hear more people having great things to say about it, but we are going to have a lot of great things to say about this game. We are talking Trek to Yomi. So this game is a black and white side-scrolling action game. Now, it's side-scrolling, but it's not fully 2D. Like, we're not only talking about like old Mario games. This is more of that 2.5D style that started to show up lately, think the Injustice games where you can interact with the environment. There's a couple other ones that I'm not thinking of right off the top of my head, but where you can like go back into the screen, so you're not only going side to side. There is a little bit of front and back there too. It's just not, a full free camera 3D typical kind of game that you would see these days. But man, let me tell you, y'all, this game has an atmosphere. That's my favorite thing about this game. So the first thing about the atmosphere that you notice immediately is the game is all in black and white. So this is a black and white game. I can honestly say that I have never played a game that is only in black and white, but if more games are going to do what Trek to Yomi does, then I am totally cool with more black and white games. This game was absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it was only black and white, but it popped on my OLED TV. This game is beautiful, and it sets the atmosphere perfectly for what you're getting into. This game is a samurai story, and it's set up a lot like an old black and white samurai movie that you would watch back in the day, and it executes on this perfectly, in my opinion. But I absolutely love it. It kept me hooked the entire time. So you are, of course, a samurai. The first level, you start as a young boy being taught by your master, and then your town is attacked. And everything just kind of goes downhill from there. So after the first level, you then skip ahead to your main character as an adult. You are now an adult. You are now the lead samurai for your village. And you get tricked to go try to save this other town. And what you don't realize is that as you're saving that town, the main enemy bandit force is actually destroying your hometown. And that's really that is the main plot driver of this game, is what happens after your town gets destroyed, and that trek afterwards, all the drama that comes from that, all the intrigue, all of the heartbreak. Again, this game is so atmospheric. It's called Trek to Yomi. What you'll learn as you go through the game is that Yomi is the afterlife. I guess it's the Japanese afterlife. I don't know Japanese culture. I'm sorry. So if I say anything wrong, please tell me in the comments, and I will happily admit that I'm wrong and fix it for next time. So Yomi is the afterlife, and you are trekking to Yomi, but you're also trekking through Yomi a little bit. I don't want to say any more, so there's not any spoilers, but there's so much atmosphere in this game, and maybe it's only because it's black and white. I don't think so, but maybe so. I will say the soundtrack to this game is absolutely beautiful. That definitely adds to the atmosphere. It is haunting at times. It is sullen at times, but then when you're getting into a battle and you're really going at it, it's great. The soundtrack's great. The atmosphere. I can't go back to it enough. Atmosphere. There's one thing I want you to take away from this review for this game. It's the atmosphere. Okay? So now, let's talk about the gameplay. As I said, it's a 2.5D side-scroller. The key to this game is patience. That's what I'm going to say. The key to this game is patience. This is not a hack-and-slash samurai. This is not a hack-and-slash Devil May Cry. This is not that kind of game. This game is one you got to be patient. The thing that I kept going back to, and it wasn't so much because of difficulty, so don't jump all over me about that, but the thing that I kept going back to was thinking about like Elden Ring. So Elden Ring was my first Souls-style game that I played, and the thing that I very quickly had to learn in that game is that, you have to be patient. You're not just going to go in hacking away and have any sort of success in Elden Ring or a Souls game, right? And that's the key here. You need to be patient. So you have combos, you have your typical, I play on Xbox, I played this on Game Pass, we'll get to that later, Game Pass, woo! But I played on Xbox, so you have your typical combos, XXY, up X, XY, and stuff like that, and remember your combos. You end up getting like 25, I think, that you can find throughout the game. You don't have to memorize all of them. I can honestly say I didn't. You definitely need to have 4 or 5 memorized because, if you need to, break a guard or you can stun enemies that lead to instant kills but also give you back health, that is very key. You really need that in this game. You got to be able to do that. And stuff like that. But patience is the key. The times that I started to get kind of in a groove and I was like, oh man, I'm feeling myself on this one. We're going to go kick some ass. That would be when I very quickly got my ass handed to me, and then you'd see you are dead, and it's just like, damn it, Jordan, why? Why did you get so full of yourself? So, be patient. But it's fun. I had a ton of fun with this game. I remember when reviews came out, a lot of people were pretty mixed on it. They were kind of, I think it got a lot of, 6.5s, 7.5s. There might have been 1 or 2 8s, but it wasn't many. I don't really understand why. The gameplay was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it. Once I got used to, making sure that I stayed patient, it was so fun. It felt so smooth. There's something so powerful when you have 5 enemies. There's 3 on this side of you, 2 on this side, and you're, fighting this one, and then you go back the other way, and then you hit a combo over here. It was so much fun. It made you feel, to me, it was like, oh man, I feel like I'm getting into a samurai groove right now. So it was great. So gameplay, great. Atmosphere, great. Story, it was a fun samurai story. Like I said, it's like a classic black and white samurai story. What's not to like about that? I really did not have any complaints about this game. The only thing that I was a little iffy on is the final boss is a 2-stage boss, which there were not any bosses like that until you get to the final boss. And he was a little irritating at times because he has this one combo that you can't dodge. Well, okay, let me rephrase. You can dodge it if you dodge it initially. But if you get hit by the first hit, you cannot dodge afterwards. You cannot parry afterwards. You just have to sit there and get a quarter, a third of your health, boom, taken away off of that one combo. That was frustrating. However, we got through it. Wasn't that big a deal. Did not take away from the joy that I had playing this game. Y'all go play this game. Like I said, it is on Game Pass, so you can go play it for free right now, and you must do so. You might not like side-scrollers. I don't typically like side-scrollers. You might not like hack-and-slash action games. This was not really hack-and-slash, but it is an action game with a sword. I don't usually like those that much. This game was beautiful. I loved it. You might not like black and white. You might just be like, oh, black and white. What is this, 1942? I don't care. Go back to 1942 with your Xbox Series X and play this damn game. Y'all are gonna love it. It's gonna be great. Leave me a comment. Take a subscribe. Well, give a subscribe, take a subscribe. Words. Go play the game. Y'all enjoy it. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think, and y'all have a great day.